I'm not certain if Pastor Jackson, is he here amongst the crowd? Pastor Jackson. Oh, yes, there he is. Okay, Pastor Jackson will lead us in an invocation followed by the flag salute. So I will ask all those that are able to stand at this time, please do so. Thank you. Good evening.
Father, you said acknowledge you in all of our ways and you would direct our path. Here in the city of Baldwin Park, we need your divine direction. We need your directions for the city council in making wise decisions for the city of Baldwin Park. The Baldwin Park Police Department, we need your divine protection around about them as they're going throughout the city to protect the city, Lord. And we need your protection around our schools. So many things happen around schools, but touch our children, Lord God. Put your hand upon them, Lord God. Keep them safe out in the streets, Lord. Keep them safe from drugs, gangs, and help them to do that is right to enhance the city of Baldwin Park. And the parents that deal with their children, give them the comfort that they need in guiding these youngsters in their teen years, Father. And Lord, we have a business, and businesses are down, but you can bring it up. And so touch all of our businesses here in Baldwin Park in the name of the Lord. And also, Lord, we have many things that are happening around the world. And we're asking you to put your hand upon our soldiers, Lord, as they have gone forth to protect this country, that we may have the liberty and the freedom that we have. In the name of the Lord we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. At this point, we're going to pledge to the flag. You could place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I want to say thank you very much to everyone. It's packed house tonight. But before we go on the process, we're going to wait also for our colleague, Councilmember Vice Mayor Ricardo Pacheco. At this point, I'm going to have our city treasurer conduct roll call.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Oh, yes.
Councilmember Cruz Baca.
Present.
Councilmember Monica Garcia.
Here.
Councilmember Susan Rubio.
She's out and we're excusing her.
Mayor Pro Tem Ricardo Pacheco.
He should be coming in through that front aisle shortly.
Mayor Manuel Lozano.
Present. Thank you. Thank you very much. Just want to, real quick, can we get a hold of the Vice Mayor? Make sure before we start the ceremony. As we go on, council members wishing to close on anyone's behalf?
Yes.
Councilmember Cruz Baca.
Yes, I would like to, for everyone to remember Virginia Perez, the mother of our Public Works, George
that's
Martinez. Her rosary is being held tonight, but her services are tomorrow morning at Sacred Heart Church at 10 in the morning on Workman Avenue in Covina, and from there they will go on to Rose Hills. She was a long-time resident of Baldwin Park, and like I said, she is the mother of our Public Works guy, George Martinez.
All right, thank you. Councilmember Cruz Baca. Anyone else? All right, now we're going to wait momentarily, but real quick. So, Baldwin Park High School here? It's Baldwin Park. And also Sierra Vista High School, right? Real quick. Baldwin Park High School, we have two graduates from Baldwin Park High School, and that is Councilmember Monica Garcia and also Councilmember Cruz Baca. And then from Sierra Vista High School, we also have our city treasurer, that's Maria Contreras. I moved into Baldwin Park in 1979. I had already graduated back in the early 70s, won't mention the year, to move into Baldwin Park. But my brothers, two of my brothers attended Baldwin Park High School. But I want to thank everyone here tonight. And I'm extremely proud, for one, because we have all the talented individuals that we're going to recognize tonight. And what a treat to have Mr. Ippolito, the principal. Let's give him a great hand from Baldwin Park High School. Baldwin Park High School soccer won the CIF. I'm extremely proud of each and every one of you. And I know that... Oh, Sierra Vista. Oh, okay. CIF, am I correct? Okay, CIF. Just want to let you know that, thank you. And as well as the wrestling, who also at the opportunity to be a part of the CIF as well. So we're going to recognize both of you, both of the schools, and of course, we have 3 high schools in Ballpark Park High School, Sierra Vista High School, and who knows the third one? North Park, that's right, absolutely. 3 dynamic schools in Baldwin Park, and they say a lot for the city. Want to let know the CIF champs, we are going to place you on the digital billboards off the freeway once we get an actual photo, so that everyone going by the 10 freeway can see each and every one of you. So I want to let you know, I know that 2011 we had a billboard, but it was a canvas. So this time it's going to be an actual digital board, because the billboard company, we have an agreement with them, so we'll be able to place you guys on there. So be proud of that, you guys, once it comes out. And for the Sierra Vista, we're going to feature you in both of them together in the actual city newsletter that goes out to all the 75,000 residents, and also we'll place all the names that we could, Manny, or is that too many on the marquee? We'll put them on the marquee. Hopefully by Friday, so go by there, you'll see your names on the marquee. Okay, we're waiting for the Vice Mayor of Baldwin Park, Ricardo Pacheco. Walk, don't run. We don't need a lawsuit. We'll start the meeting as soon as he gets up here, and we'll start recognizing. Yes.
I just
yes.
want to ask to be excused for our city clerk.
Oh, yes,
Her
that's right.
brother-in-law is having
Absolutely.
a bone marrow transplant right now.
Yes, absolutely.
And my husband is also a graduate from Baldwin Park.
Oh, that's right. Your husband's a graduate from Ballpark High School. That's right. That's right. All righty. So we're. Okay, we'll go ahead and start with the actual proclamation that we have. In the first one, do we have the DMV personnel here for our proclamation? We do? Oh, DMV. All right. Awesome. All right. All right. I want to present this proclamation that reads DMV Donate Life California Month. Organ, tissues, marrow, and blood donations are life-giving acts that recognize worldwide as expression of compassion to those in need. More than 121,000 individuals nationwide and more than 21,000 in California are currently on the National Organ Transplant waiting list. And every 90 minutes, one person dies while waiting due to the shortage of donated organs. The need for donated organs is especially urgent in Hispanic and African American communities. At any given time, 6,000 patients are in need of volunteer marrow donors. A single individual's donation of the heart, lung, liver, kidneys, pancreas, and small intestines can save up to 8 lives. Donations of tissues can save and heal the lives of up to 50 others, and a single blood donation can help 3 people in need. Millions of lives each year are saved and healed by donors. Over 10 million Californians have signed up with the state-authorized Donate Life California registry to ensure their wishes to be organ and tissue donors. California residents can sign up with the Donate Life California registry when applying for or renewing their driver's license or ID cards at the California Department of Motor Vehicles. So, come on up here. We'll give you the proclamation, then you could cover a little about the actual signing up of it. Come on up here. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, no, in our concerts. Yes. Okay, there you go, Rosemary. All right, let's give Rosemary for the DMV a great hand. So you work for the DMV, right?
Yes, I'm also a representative for Donate Life.
Oh, let's have you get some words so that you could encourage people to sign up as well.
Hi, I'm here to represent DMV and the Donate Life organization. I myself am a recipient. I received a liver transplant 2 years ago, and as a result of that transplant, I'm able to enjoy my life with my grandchildren, do the things that I've always enjoyed, and I have visited the summer concert series here at Baldwin Park, and you have a wonderful city here, and I'm really honored to be here, and it is our month of recognition to spread the word about donation. I know for myself, when I became very ill, my liver I was really sick. And in my early years, I never believed in donation. I thought it was You know, I used to say, well, I'm going to take it all with me. I'm not leaving anything behind. But so many of us become ill. Today you might be healthy. Tomorrow you might be in need, whether it's a kidney, whether it's, you know, liver. There's so many organs that can be replaced. So I encourage you all to register. Get that little pink dot on your driver's license, because it makes a world of difference, especially to somebody like me. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. You're awesome.
Thank you very much.
Get the content?
Yeah, I'll
Okay,
do
well, I'm
that.
going to have you say some words there, too.
Oh, okay,
We're going to
thank
get our
you.
picture. Come on in. Oh,
So get
ah,
married.
DMV, they always have their camera as well.
Oh, thank you.
That is awesome.
Okay.
There we go. There you go. Oh, you're the city camera.
Here's the official one.
Yes.
Here we go. 1, 2, and hold it. All right. Thank you.
I thank you, Roseanne. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you
It's a
very
pleasure
much.
to be here.
Thank you
very, very
Pleasure to be
much.
here. Good work.
Let me see the next proclamation that we have. All right, so the next one that we have, the proclamation we have for Jose Gabe Rios. He's a Sierra Vista High School assistant wrestling coach. Is he here? Is the coach here? Is the coach here? Coach, come on up here. Let's go and give the coach. I'm going to read it off. There, yeah. Let me read this off, Jose. It reads, Sierra Vista High School assistant wrestling coach, April 19th, 2014. Jose Gabe Rios began his career at Sierra Vista High School in Baldwin Park in 1993 as a volunteer coach. Jose Gabe Rios began his service at Sierra Vista High School in Baldwin Park. In 1994, as an assistant wrestling coach, and has been a wrestling coach at Sierra Vista since. Jose Gabe Rios' years of service have been marked by exemplary dedication to the best interests of this community and Sierra Vista High School wrestling program. Under the leadership, guidance, and inspiration of Jose Gabe Rios, the Sierra Vista wrestling program continues to produce outstanding individuals with exceptional desires, hope, and dreams to be successful in life and all its challenges. And before I give you this proclamation, Jose, I've known him for many, many years, and he's a very popular person and a popular coach. And thank you very much for the years of dedication to the city ballpark, but most important to all those young students and that the activities in the sports that you've led on. So on behalf of the city ballpark, awesome. You know what to do? We're going to place your name on the marquee as well. So that's important for all the residents to know about you, Jose. Thank you, brother.
Also, on behalf of our city clerk, Alejandra Avila, she asked me to please deliver a message and to say that she's very sorry she wasn't here. She would have loved to have been here to see you get this honor, but she said you know that she works very closely with you, and she's very proud of everything you do.
I'll tell her. I'll call her later.
All right. Let's get our picture. Let me get a picture here, too. We're going to get our picture. Right here. Let's get our picture real quick. Where's Manny at? Share some words. Jose, come over here.
Oh, you're going to make me cry here.
It's okay. It's your day.
Like the young lady that came in front of me, Baldwin Park is a nice city to work with. I mean, the kids, the community, all of you guys, all of us here, it really is nice. And is Tony here? Where are you at, Tony? Come here. You gotta come up here. I'm going to put this young man on the spot here. So, Tony was my high school coach a long time ago. Huh? So I'm telling his age now. But part of the reason our program is so successful is that he always comes and tells us, oh, how great we are, how great the kids are, our community is great. But nobody ever says, you know what? It's not because of us. It's just we're just following what Tony showed us the whole time. Okay? And Tony grew up in the community. And for those who've been here long enough, he used to ride his dirt bike on the other side of Ramona before all the buildings were there, right? Remember that? Where the train tracks were there. And who knows what he did back there. But, I mean, he's been in this community as much as for a long time, and I just wanted to follow what he did for all the kids. For most of us, he got us into college. He helped us with college, helped us buy our new car, helped us buy our new home, and not by giving us money. He just, hey, this is what you guys need to do. This is the plan that you have to do. And we believed it, and we followed it. And for those who, well, many of you guys don't know, I had 2 tumors removed from my neck last Tuesday. And I'm still here walking. Not because, I don't know if it was luck, but also we have a motto in the wrestling room that the easiest thing to do in life is quit. And for us right now, many of us wrestlers and myself, quitting is not an option. And it really isn't. And something so small that you guys came up with is awesome. It's one of the reasons that I'm standing here today. And there isn't really much money that you can give us. I'm breaking this thing. There isn't really much money that we can give you or offer you. I wish I could, but we can't. There really isn't. And for you guys as well, the support, I don't have enough money. But I just wanted to say to Tony that the program is so successful because of him. He tells us what to do, and we follow that plan. And this is going to be our 10th year in a row for the Sierra Vista, our wrestling team. 10th year in a row undefeated. It doesn't just happen by luck. Maybe 1 or 2 years, yes, but 10 years in a row, it really doesn't. And we have this plan, and we follow, and we stick to it, and it's been working for us. So I just want to say thank you.
Student at Sierra Vista, so let me go ahead and, you know what we'll do? As we call the names for the Sierra Vista students, we'll come up here, get your certificates, and walk on back in this area, and we'll get a photo with everyone. All righty? All right. Real quick. Thank you. Okay, sounds good. Okay, the City Council congratulates Sierra Vista High School wrestling team for competing and placing 8th as a team of the girls' CIF wrestling tournament. So I want to recognize each and every one of you. The first candidate we'll request to come up is Victoria Orozco. Here. How do you say that? Yara. Okay, Yara Martinez. Ricardo. Oh, she may not be here. Miranda Baez. She's here? Thank you. Madeira Delano Fierro. Is he here? Alejandra Corona. Not here? Angelica Ochoa. Oh, good. Got someone here. Here, Ricardo. Evelyn Avila. Sabrina Baez. Priscilla Mares. You here? Not here? Okay. Okay. So this, we're going to the, okay, Evelyn. Evelyn, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Then Armando Leon, right? Is that what okay. All right, the next, we're bringing up the males. We have Armando Leon. Is he here? Not here? Ruben Rojas. Rosa, excuse me. And Dominic? Okay. Dominic Halil. Is this Ruben Rosas here? There you go. Dominic's not here. Michael Miranda. Is that Ramirez? Okay. Tavian Ramirez. Okay, that's Michael. Tavian's not here. Abraham Soto. Right, Abraham. Congratulations, brother. Alex Zamora? Here? Not here? Okay. Jason Ramirez? Okay. Nathan Sedano? Kenneth Chrisman? Is that Chrisman coming up here? I mean, Kenneth? Okay. Hector Jimenez? Ivan Alvarado? Not here? No. Sagun? Okay. Joe Sagun? Manuel Martinez? Not here? Isaac Aguilar? This is the coaches. Okay, first coach, Adrian Gonzalez. Oh, did. Brandon Ramos. What's her name? Adonis Bell. Here. Dante Valles. And Gabe Rios, who's back behind me. And then Tony Gonzalez. What was your name? Brandon Ramos. Okay, Brandon, hold on, brother. Let me see. Thank you very much. Okay. I think that's the only ones. Anyone, any late arrivals? No? Okay, I think that's it on that part, right? Well, you know what? So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and have say some words here so we can get.
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank the city and everybody attending tonight for the recognition. If I can get all the rest of the wrestlers, there's a bunch of wrestlers that didn't wrestle on the varsity, but they're part of our team. If you're here, if you wrestle for Sierra Vista, come on up to the front, please. All right, so we had a really, really good year. We had a couple of CIF champions. Abraham Soto, raise your hand. CIF champion. And then Angelica Ochoa, the other CIF champion. So in the boys wrestling side, let me just kind of give you guys a real quick history. In the boys wrestling, you have a couple of tournaments. You have your CIF tournament, you have a Masters tournament, you have a state tournament. We had 3 CIF placers that qualified for the Masters. Abraham was the CIF champ. Isaac Aguilar took second. Isaac, raise your hand so they know who you are. And Ivan Alvarado, he's not here, but he took a third. They went to the Masters, and the Masters qualifies you for the state tournament. California is one of 2 states that has 1 state champion and 1 individual place winners. So these 3 gentlemen went and tried to compete. Isaac made it through to the state tournament and was real close to placing, but he did make it to the state tournament, which is a huge accomplishment, being in the top 34 in the state of California out of 900 schools. So that's huge. On the girls' side, we had the same kind of success. We had Angel, we had Evelyn. They made it same kind of a deal. Angel was a champ. They made it to the state tournament. Angel took 5th, and Evelyn took 4th. Evelyn some schools are looking at her right now. I'm hearing that Cumberland is high on the list to go wrestle. So the last thing I wanted to say, when I asked Miss Avila, she was our team mom for many years, because Coach Rios told me that he wasn't going to coach with me next year because he wanted to spend some time with his family. It's really hard for me because he's been by my side for the good part of 20 years. And to see what he has gone through and the inspiration that he has for myself and for the kids is just enormous. There's not even words that can express how we're going to miss him and what he brings to our program. So I know he tried to say it's what I do, but it's what they do that keeps me going and what keeps the program going. So I just wanted to make sure that we understand this is Gabe's night tonight. So if we can give him a big hand.
All right, thank you. Before we go on, we also have a representative from State Assembly member Roger Hernandez. We have Primo Castro that's going to do a presentation. So come on up to the dais, conduct it from up here. Thank you. Up here, that's fine, that's fine.
Well, good evening.
Here, come on up. Okay, all right.
Well, members of the council, mayor, along with the residents of Baldwin Park, on behalf of Assemblymember Roger Hernandez, he sends his best wishes not only just to the wrestling teams of Sierra Vista High, but on obviously one of the biggest successes or the reasons why you're so successful is because you have leadership, not just on your team but also on the sideline. You need somebody to guide you every step of the way. And on behalf of the assembly member, he would like to, he sends a small token of appreciation to Coach Gabriel Rios for his extreme dedication and hard work. It's, thank you for everything that you've done for our communities here in Baldwin Park, and, much success in the future. Congratulations.
You know what? I completely forgot. Last week I came, a couple weeks ago we came because Angel was going to go wrestle at the girls' high school nationals. She ended up taking a 5th in the nation and wrestled on the California team that was #1 in the country. So if we can give it up for Angel Ochoa, 5th in the. Let's come down and sit.
Okay, please hold. Count 3, 1. Last one.
Ballpark High School. Ballpark.
All right, now we're going to, the CIF champions at Ballpark High School. Let me ask Coach Modest to. Council has some? Oh, he does? Okay. Let me have the Coach Modest, have him come up here, please. Coach? For the coaches. All right, before we hand out the certificates, I'm going to have the coach talk to us a little bit about the CIF champ and the soccer team. And I know in 2011, we're there and they were here to celebrate the victory. So, Coach, come on in. Thank you. How are you?
Good evening. This year, I think one of the things about this team was they were very eager to start. We usually start on the end of September. We started at the end of August. It was a very long season. I've always said that the team was committed. We struggled a few of the times, but we never wavered on what we wanted to do. We had 3 goals in mind this year. One of them was to win our tournament. We got 2nd place, which is not bad. But you know what? We made it up by winning league for the first time in about 3 years, and we won CIF. So that's good. I know I was here 3 years ago in 2011 when we first won it. I had Danny Vega was my freshman that year. He won it as well. And you know, people say you get lucky when you win your first one, and you know, it's always a little bit of luck, a lot of yelling, a lot of pushing the players. But here I am again. You know, a second CAF champion, 2 rings, and I guess we must be doing something right at Baldwin Park. And so I want to thank the parents. One of my coaches, Javier Dorado, for his support. My wife for putting up with me with all the yelling I do at home as well. And of course, the players who always told me, Coach, calm down, Coach, calm down. And I always pushed them because I knew they could do a lot better. And, well, the results show. You know, we're here because we won CAF. So congratulations, boys.
All right, we're going to hand out the certificates on behalf of the City of Baldwin Park. We want to congratulate this great soccer team. And I guess, as I mentioned, you'll be the first ones that will go on the billboard, the digital billboard off the 10 freeway. So that'll be exciting. All right. So the first one that we have is Javier Asso. Javier. Yeah, here, Ricardo. Oh, yes, thank you. The Vice Mayor will be handing those out. Reggie Escobedo. Javier. Lizarraga, right? Lizarraga? Oh, Lizarraga. Victor Lizarraga. You here? Cool. Sergio Medina. No. Eduardo Suarez. Oh, boy, everyone's home. Manuel Sanchez. Tocayo right there. Make sure I get a picture. Okay, so I put in my office. Come here, guys. We're going to need a professional one further. Okay. Danny Vega. Now, real quick, just to let you know, Danny Vega was part of the team in 2011, so he was probably the youngest back then. So let's give him a great hand. All right, Danny. All right, Danny, right on, brother. Okay. Martin Torres. Okay. Luis Cisneros. Andre Cortez. How do you say that one? Daniel Peñato. Huh? Alfredo Guerra. Diego Aguirre. We'll see you guys on the billboard. Diego Aguirre. Reggie Antunas. All right. Here you go. Jesus Flores. Congratulations. Oh, here. Come here. Here you go. We'll get everyone up here. We got everyone. All right. Here you go. Jesus Flores. Is it Jesus? Oh. Dylan Mora. Andy Castillo. And Andy Castillo, not here. Cesar Medina. Good. Okay. Joshua Luna. He's not here. Okay. Luis Olguien. Julio Solano. Okay, Julio. Oh, that's right. Ricardo Mira, the coach, right next to me. Let's give him a great hand. And then Freddy Salazar. Oh, he's not here. Lázaro Guerrero. Not here. Okay. Did we give you one? That we short? Yeah. Oh, yeah. What's your full name? Okay, Javier Devado, we owe him a certificate. All right, brother. Let's go. Let's get that picture. Come on. All right. We're gonna get a separate picture for the actual.
Are you going to do that first, or?
No, we'll do everything now. We'll get a team picture for the billboard. Okay. Okay, this camera first, this one over here. Okay, count of three. Okay, everyone? Okay, count of three. This one over here, 1, 2, take your picture. Hold it. All right. Last one.
Actually, Mayor, and if I could just have a few moments also. So no problem. Actually, you know what? On behalf of the assembly member, congratulations, everybody. You know, your dedication paid off. Your commitment to the team paid off. We're always glad when one of our teams here in the 48th district brings it home to our district. So with that, congratulations, Coach.
Arrange all the chairs back.
Oh, thank you, Cruz.
Uh-huh.
Very
Okay, I'm on this. Oh yeah. Oh. I should have done them first. Oh man. We should have done that one first. Oh, that's my fault. Okay. All right. So let's go to the. Where's my gun?
What happened? Sure, Manny.
Yes.
Oh, I think he wanted his picture taken with.
Oh yeah. Thank you very much. You guys didn't love that when it's on the freeway. Take care. All right. Okay. Okay, Vice Mayor Ricardo Pacheco will handle the next item. Thank you, Vice Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. Now, every year, the Parks and Recreation, the California Park and Recreation Society, CPRS District 13, always has a number of awards that they give out to all the different park and recreation departments for all the cities within Southern California. And we were fortunate enough to receive one of these awards. So let me just read this. The Department of Recreation and Community Service received award for the Baldwin Park Senior Center Annual Prom in the category of health, wellness, and community life. So I'd like to just start out by asking all the seniors that are here, if you could step forward here while I address your award. If there's any, give them a round of applause. Come on up. Oh, okay.
We'll go down there. It's not on the agenda, is it?
What is it? Okay. Okay.
Okay, so I'll finish. Let me read this so we know what the award is about. In 1994, there was a need for a significant community event that would draw widespread participation from the senior population. community members assembled and discussed the idea of a senior prom for senior citizens. They expressed their aspirations to community leaders about having an evening for senior citizens to dress up, socialize, reminisce, and create new, everlasting memories. Through the efforts and support of community leaders, the Senior Citizen Prom was born. The planning process for senior prom begins with the theme to establish dress, attire, and decorations. The Julia McNeil Senior Center celebrated the 20th annual senior prom theme, the Emerald City, last October. Fundraising efforts throughout the year at the Julia McNeil Senior Center provided the department with an additional influx of revenue to host the event and maintain the cost at a minimal level for seniors. An average of $10,000 is raised each year to support this great event. There is a great deal of outreach to the seniors in order to motivate them to run for senior king and queen. Each year, the newly elected king and queen are entered into the hallway of distinction following the event. The hallway of distinction is a special hallway commemorated to the legacy of the past kings and queens and has become a symbol of success to the senior prom, as it has been for the past 20 years. The senior prom gives the opportunity to extend the department's reputation for premier events and programs for the senior community in Baldwin Park. Our recreational programs, along with the prom itself, are the foundation of improving the quality of lives for our senior citizens. The senior prom has always enabled the Julia McNeil Senior Center to increase membership numbers throughout the years and is currently over 2,200 seniors strong. This is a cycle of success that the department hopes to perpetuate for the years to come. The Department of Recreation and Community Services continues to work toward changing the community's view on senior citizens to remind them that the seniors in Baldwin Park are not only the gems of the community, but the most active adults. Just want to give you all a round of applause. And let me just share with you, every year, this is the best event to go. The seniors really have a great time. These seniors dance till 2 or 3 in the morning, well, at least probably beyond that, but they do a great job. I really enjoy the music we all share together and the wonderful memories that they have with their families and everybody that participates. So we're going to award you with the California Park and Recreation Society. Actually, this is from the organization itself, for District 13, this year, 2014, the Health, Wellness, and Community Life Award, presented to the Baldwin Park Senior Prom, City of Baldwin Park, in recognition of excellence and innovation in the field of parks and recreation. So another round of applause for our great seniors that are here.
I'm sorry, I left your agenda down.
Mayor, I also wanted to mention that the Baldwin Park Police Department, on March 22nd and 23rd, they participated in the 30th Baker to Vegas Challenge Cup Relay, and that's a national charity with a number of police departments that run a relay from Baker to Vegas, and they have relay teams that run it's a 120-mile run. Let me read this. This is a 120-mile run relay from Baker to Vegas. There were 270 law enforcement running teams from various local, state, federal agencies, along with teams from Europe participating. Each team is made up of 20 runners and the contingency of support staff. The Baldwin Park Police Department team finished 8th in this category, so let's give them a big round of applause. Chief Taylor's in shape about this time every year because he has to practice to be one of the winning team members. So give him a round of applause. Where's Chief at? Oh, don't think feel weird. Round of applause. Good job. Look in great shape. What was your time? You did 5-minute miles?
I wish. I did 8 minutes and 55 seconds a mile. I did 4.6 miles. I ran the last leg. It was 20 legs in all, and ran it straight into the Las Vegas hotel.
That's awesome. Round of applause.
8 minutes. What did you do them out? 8 minutes or what?
Good job. I know it's for charity, so that's good. And bring the mayor with you next time he does 5-minute and 30-second miles.
I don't know about that. All righty. Thank you, Vice Mayor Ricardo Pacheco. At this point, unless anyone else has anything to say?
Oh, I have
Yes,
something
city,
to say.
City,
I just
treasurer.
want to say that I want to congratulate Maria Contreras Sweet because
Oh, yeah.
Thursday she was finally
That's right. Appointed.
appointed.
Yes, yes.
And unanimous got all the Senate vote.
Right. That's
So
a
she's
yes.
going
I
to
did see
be
that.
sworn in by Vice President, I think, this week.
Wow. By Joe Biden. All right. And that's awesome. She's a graduate from Baldwin Park High School as well. So thank you very much. All right. At this point, I'd like to open up the public communication to anyone wishing to speak. Terry Muse. Howdy, how.
Good evening. I'm very excited tonight to announce that April 15th through the 30th, Waste Management will be accepting applications for the Baldwin Park Waste Management Internship Program and the Scholarship Program. And this is a program that, well, the two programs were ones that the City Council had negotiated with us in our new 10-year contract, and we're very honored and proud to be able to offer this program to the residents of Baldwin Park. The internship will be open to sophomores, juniors, and seniors. It'll be one intern, a paid internship for 3 months, working at the office in Baldwin Park. You will see them, that one person, a lot because they'll be coming to council meetings, making presentations. They'll be going to school board meetings, commission meetings. Their job is going to be very involved in the community, helping to promote waste management, recycling, all that good stuff. Also, the scholarship program will be $2,500 worth of scholarships. It'll be in different denominations. The applicants will be ones that have demonstrated they've overcome obstacles in their life in order to graduate and move on to college. So I'm hoping to have help with the city in promoting it. I have a community advisory committee made up of counselors from all 3 high schools who've been working with me on this. And applications will go out to the high schools, but I need help because it's open to any Baldwin Park resident, any student. So I know there's lots of students that may go to private schools, other schools. So as long as they're a Baldwin Park resident, they're qualified. So I'll be distributing the flyers to the schools, the churches, and I'm hoping that maybe Manuel will help me, the marquee, the website, whatever way we can get flyers out to announce it is the first year. So I know it's going to be, a lot of work to try to get the word out. I was hoping to speak about this when all those kids were here, but missed that opportunity. But hopefully we'll get that out there. So just want to thank the City Council for initiating that project. And you'll be seeing more of me and talking about it. And hopefully, of course, I'll be presenting the winners to you sometime in May.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that.
How's it going? Julian Casas, Baldwin Park resident, and one of the head boxing coaches over at Parks and Rec. Believe it or not, I don't really like coming up here. I wish we didn't have to. But a lot of the directors and managers here, they make over six-digit figures, in their income. And a lot of the Parks and Rec staff, we're probably like the lowest paid employees as far as Parks and Rec. And it's just, and as boxing coaches, we make, we're literally the lowest paid boxing instructors, any city-run boxing club. In the private sector, the higher paid boxing coaches make like $20-$30 an hour, and the cities have no problem paying it. And if you look at their pay scales, it's pretty decent. But I don't know, if you go in the private sector, they make far more than we'd ever make. Yeah, so it's just sad that the Parks and Rec staff make the standards are just way below acceptable levels. I don't know. It's just sad. I don't know what else to say. Our boxing club. I mean, when we first came up here, if you remember, I mean, it was just about hours. All we wanted was hours. It wasn't even about. It wasn't about how much the coaches made. And even though it was little, like we were still. I mean, we were pretty humble, and it's just. Yeah. So I mean. Yeah, you've invested some money in the club. It looks great. I mean, and you've given a little slack. Like, I don't even know if you give. It wasn't even much, really. I mean, it's just a rearrangement of hours. Like, we didn't really gain too many hours. We're not asking for much, but what I am asking for is that you invest in your youth, and I just don't see it. I mean, we want to train Saturdays. We want to add an hour, like. So when the park closes, the gym closes. It's not even, we're not asking for much. And I don't understand why we have these managers asking for raises. Supposedly we don't have money, but you're preparing to give them raises. And when our raise comes up, it gets taken off the agenda because somebody doesn't want to address it, or they don't want to pay us more. I mean, it really doesn't cost much. I mean, $8, $9 an hour. Adding a few bucks to that just for the regular staff, it doesn't cost much. So I don't know.
Mr. Casas, your time's up.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Okay, move along with public communication.
The city of Baldwin Park has just been sued.
Hi, Paul the boxing lawyer. Paul, boxing lawyer Cook here. We came here about 4 weeks ago, and we let the public know that Manny Carrillo has given Julian Casas, our boxing coach of 14 years, a 40-cent raise. We said that if you did nothing, we would keep on going, and we would hold this city accountable, each and every one of you. 2 weeks ago, we went to Palm Springs, and we sued the city of Palm Springs for Craig Graves' file. His resume, and a lot of other pieces of information. There's still more to come. I don't appreciate how we have someone up there that cooks the books so all of you can try to get raises. When you give someone 40 cents after 14 years, that's very disgusting. So today, we've held you accountable and we'll hold you accountable again. Over and over. With the power to sue is the power to hold you accountable. With the power to sue is the power to make you all look so stupid and evil. Once the judges already don't like Baldwin Park. It's been stated on record. So, Manny Carrillo is the disease of Baldwin Park. He's a pestilence. For those of you who don't know, that means disease. The plagues of Egypt have come to Baldwin Park. There is a lot more coming. And it's not just lawsuits. This is the first of many. And don't come running to me saying, oh, don't sue us, don't sue us. You know what I have to say to that? Do the right thing. If you did the right thing, I wouldn't have to sue you. Right? And I'll keep suing you over and over again to make you look foolish, to let the public know what you're doing. You've been sued. You've been sued under alter ego theory, number one. Because the BPCCC is an alter ego of the city of Baldwin Park. The president and director are one of the same, and you haven't released records. You have been sued, okay? Now, anyone in this audience who has any other kind of claims against the city, please come see me. I will sue them again. We will keep suing. It is fine. We'll just multiply them like rabbits. Because look, you give someone a 40-cent raise after 14 years, you deserve to be held accountable, okay? And Manny Carrillo is blaming Pacheco right now for taking it off the agenda. You should be ashamed of yourself, Councilmember Pacheco. That's what he's saying. Don't look at me like that. I will sue you again. I will keep suing you over and over again. Okay, you've been sued. The 3 people who have been sued are Michael Taylor, Manny Carrillo, Craig Graves. Thank you very much.
All right, move along with public communication. Anyone who wishes to speak?
Hello, I'm Mr. Luna. I'm resident in Baldwin Park. The company that wants to put this project up, they ought to be ashamed of themselves. They call themselves, they want to be tax exempt. Make all of us tax exempt, and we'll vote for you guys year after year till you're 150. That's how simple it is. But it don't work that way. Any company that comes to this city of Baldwin Park and cannot afford to pay tax money, you people shouldn't be doing business with them. I keep telling you, we need revenue. You don't listen. $500,000 in property tax or more, we're going to give it away. Because you people think it's a good idea to build a bunch of stuff over here that in turn, what are we getting? You haven't showed us any money per year or per month or anything. All you said is we're going to build this and we're going to do it if you people like it or not. $500,000 in 2 years is how much, folks? Think. That's $1 million you could put in our bank. No, you're going to give it to that lady that represents that corporation. And what are they going to do? Come to the end of that contract and say, we have an endless contract. We need $5 million again. There you go, handing it out again. We don't want you to do that type of business. Understand what we're telling you. Company that large that can build and take our taxpayers' money, like I'm handing my check to them, they don't deserve to be in this city. And you people, come on in, we'll give you the bank. Look at what happened to the sanitation district in LA County now. They want to raise our taxes. That's what you people are going to be doing. Oh, let's tax Mr. Luna and all the residents. That sounds like a good idea. Why? Because you've given $500,000, $1 million in 2 years, you're giving it away. Tell me, have any of you ever got up and said, no, we're not giving it away? Yeah, you're going to hand the bank to the people. And she's very proud of it. I'm representing, we're going to be millionaires. And that company, City of Baldwin Park, they're going to go bankrupt. What are they going to do? Chapter 11, wrote to the federal government, said, we need some money. I got to pay for the police department. I got to pay for all these people's retirement. And you just gave millions of dollars away. Now, if you do that kind of business, we need to vote you people out again. Because they don't run a city that way. The mayor keeps saying, this city won't go bankrupt. Well, I'll raise taxes. That's your guys' motto. Don't worry. He'll be dead by then. But all them other people, they're willing to pay. It don't work that way, folks. You know it as well as I do. You all make a decent wage. We out here like to pay a decent wage and stay in business. But you giving this
Mr.
one
Luna, your
company
time's
all that
up.
money, like if it was my
thank you.
5 cents.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Luna. I appreciate that.
I hope I can keep repeating this to you.
All right, thank you very much. All right, moving along with public communication. Good evening. All right, anyone else? Thank you.
Hello. So my name is Jonathan Carmona. I came here about 2 months ago with a large group of people trying to talk to you about the injustices the police department is doing, not following the law, not following the Trust Act. It seems now that we need protection from the police when they're the ones that are supposed to be providing the protection. That was what the Trust Act was all about, so that we can stop some of these injustices. My friend, her friend was stopped for driving without a license. He got put in jail. He was not allowed to call his family, even though he requested many times to do so. I called the mayor and one of the council people, asked them for help. I told them, can you please help with this? The Trust Act is supposed to prevent this kind of stuff. He doesn't have a criminal record. All he did was drive without a license, take away his car, whatever, fine. But you're not supposed to call ICE. That's what the Trust Act's all about. If you can't follow the law, I can't expect you to enforce it. So I will be continuing to come to these meetings. I'm hoping you guys resolve this soon. I don't know if it needs an independent audit or investigation of the police department and their practices. And also, just they're not very professional. My sister was pulled over in January. I didn't say anything then because I thought maybe you guys would take care of it. She was stopped by the police, and her boyfriend was driving. And when she tried asking why they were being pulled over, the police officer said, "Shut up, you're nothing but a Baldwin Park slut." This is the kind of stuff that the police department is doing to people in this community, and my family in particular. If you guys can't stop this kind of things, then maybe we need a new police chief. I don't know. I really don't want to go into that kind of stuff. Just want you guys to enforce the law. The Trust Act's really important to this community. There's a lot of undocumented people here in Baldwin Park. Whether you like immigration or not, the law is the law, and you have to enforce it. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, move along with public communication.
John Rios, President. In the last council meeting, you guys voted that budget into place. I got to be proud of Mrs. Cruz and Mrs. Garcia for refusing it. We still haven't gotten the audit that was supposed to be done. You know, the audit was supposed to be done since last year. You guys been dragging it. You know, one of the things that you guys have to understand that, you know, I think it's time for you guys to understand that the citizens want to be part of it, you know, with this new project that you guys are trying to pull right here from Ramona, which is going to be a bunch of gang members and stuff like that that go in because it's a low income. Like I told you, Chief Taylor, you know, the Fraser Park, and I mentioned it last time. It's going to be the same thing over here. What we need to do is, like South Pasadena did, Covina did, enhance the city, the main city right here. You remember when it used to be trolleys going back and forth? Old style things. We have to go back and see what we can do to enhance the people to come out. Yeah. It's something that we've been having problems with this cleaning department, sweeping cleaning department. I understand you guys don't have the equipment, you know, but there's a lot of companies out there will come and do the job for you guys. You guys have to look at, you know, contracting those people. See what we can do. You know, it's something that, you know, if we don't put our cars in the driveway, they'll give us a ticket, even if it goes in or out. You know, but we gotta, you know, look at the people that lives in Baldwin Park. Most of us are retired. I've been going around the neighborhoods, North Park, my side, Middle Park, and everything. One thing I notice is there's a lot of houses for sale. Why are people moving out? That's what we have to find out. You know, let's look at the budgets. Let's open our eyes. You know, I did budgets myself when I was working. I was operation manager for a company, and we used to do budgets. No fake numbers here and there, you know. You're going to get 50 cents, you know. One department's going to get
Mr. Rios, your time's up.
Thank you. All right, thank you. Went along with public communication.
Good evening, Mayor Lozano, honorable council members, elected staff, city staff, members of the public. Rafael Gonzalez, library manager of the Baldwin Park Library, currently being refurbished. I wish I had better news to share with you about the date when the library is going to be fully refurbished and ready to open. It doesn't look like it's going to be June, Mayor.
Does not?
It doesn't look like it's going to be June.
Okay.
One thing that I wanted to ask you, Mayor, and council members, I don't know if you've had a chance to go over and see the work that is being done, but if you want a guided tour, maybe one of our staff members from library headquarters to come out and just walk around and share with you the work that has been done.
Awesome.
The library's going to be beautiful when it reopens. It's just that it's going to take a while. There's still a lot of work to be done. We're going to have a lot of computers. There's going to be a lot of technology there. There's going to be study booths, and right now they're redesigning the library. We're not going to recognize it when we go back. So I just wanted to share that with you. So please let me know if you would like a guided
Absolutely.
tour. Okay.
Definitely.
We're still connected with the community, of course. We're working most of my staff is working out of the West Covina Library, and I'm really delighted to see how many families from Baldwin Park are visiting the West Covina Library, and also our temporary location, Manny, there at the community center. I brought a couple of flyers with me today because, even though we don't have a library, we're still working with the community here in Baldwin Park, and we plan programs. And I have 2 flyers here for programs that we're going to be having. One is called Meet the Poets, and the community will have a chance to meet 3 published authors. All 3 of them are residents of Baldwin Park, and this is a program that's going to be held on April 23rd, Wednesday, April 23rd, from 5 to 6, and it's going to be in one of the community center rooms. And at this point, I want to thank Manny and his staff for being so wonderful, working with us, exchanging emails, just so promptly. They're just kind of, going all out, to provide additional space for large audiences. The temporary location that we have there will not accommodate a large audience. So thank you, Manny, and thanks to your staff as well. As I mentioned, it's going to be Meet the Poets, and I have flyers here, Marie, and that's April 23rd. And the next program, thanks to our children's librarian, Suzanne, we're going to have a Dia de los Niños program, and it's going to be on Saturday, May 3rd, and it's going to be at 2 o'clock. And again, it's going to be in one of the rooms there in the community center. So we want the public to come out, and it's a wonderful programs, for the public. Finally, I'm working with city staff. We will be bringing our library on wheels, the urban bookmobile. It's going to come to one of your outdoor summer concerts. So, we'll let you know when that's going to happen. Okay. Thank you, Mayor Lozano, for the opportunity to speak to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Went along with public communication. If not, I will now declare it closed. Let me just make a couple of things clear here. First of all, Mr. Luna, you mentioned about the taxes. Just to let you know, state of California, no local municipality can pass taxes unless it is voted by the general public. So you can rest assured that there's no way that I or any of the council members have any power to simply say we're going to raise taxes. Prohibited by law. It has to go to you and all the residents. So make that very clear. Also, I'm making reference to the individuals that stated about, I believe, the particular individual that was arrested, and I guess it was in the media. For one, we didn't violate the Trust Act. What happened here is the individual, when he was pulled over, he had a warrant out for his arrest from the federal government level. Now, the Baldwin Park Police Department is obligated to detain the actual individual. And again, you may agree or disagree with me, but because in Baldwin Park, we don't profile anyone. This community is almost close, if not at 85% Latinos to begin with, and it's important. And for me, as mayor, as a Latino, it's important for me to focus in that particular area as well, even though we have a mixture because we're different people with different ethnic backgrounds in our city. 4% of that in Baldwin Park, the population of 75,000 are immigrants. So we do what we need to do to make certain that everyone is assisted in every aspect in this great city. So to make that very clear, for one, we have not had any checkpoints since December 27th of 2013, which again was very controversial because we originally had a policy that we had made very clear here at that time that if a person is stopped and does not have an actual driver's license or matricola, then the person would simply be cited and let go. Vehicle would be returned the following day. Now, I'm not going to get into what transpired and what led to that, but I just want to make it clear that I will not support any checkpoints for this year at all. Short of me saying I want a moratorium. I just want to make certain that the previous policy that we instituted, that it continues to be looked at, and that we continue to make sure that we work within those confines that we had previously, all of us together, all 5 council members, had decided to acknowledge and carry out. So I want to make that very clear. At this point, unless other council members have any other questions, I just want to make that very, very clear, because I know there's individuals that came here, and of course, everyone has the right to protest, but at the same time, residents of Baldwin Park also have a right to know what the local municipality is doing, and it's in the best interest of every resident of Baldwin Park. And let me just also say one thing that the checkpoints did. In some perspective, you know, some people have differences of opinion in Baldwin Park, and not everyone has the same opinion. About a year and a half ago to 2 years, we had a young 19-year-old who was about to get married. Her and her fiance were walking down Baldwin Park Boulevard, headed to St. John's. Run over, killed by an unlicensed person. Person had already been previously stopped at a checkpoint. And that was a tragedy in itself. Second, same year, another person, same case, no driver license, no matricula, hits a pedestrian that's walking on Main Boulevard and Olive, and that person lost one of his legs. So, you know, everyone has differences of opinion, and again, even if I were to declare a moratorium and someone were to get killed, they're going to end up right here for the decision that we ultimately make. So I just want to say, for the record, that we're going to continue to honor the 2013, prior to that, December 27 policy of us making certain that we're working in the manner by which it's in the best interest of both parties. So I want to make that very clear. All right. So at this point, yes,
Mayor,
Vice Mayor Ricardo Pacheco.
Let me just add to that, in that, you know, fortunately in the 90s, there was laws passed against immigrants who are undocumented and couldn't have a license. And since that time, cities like ours have been struggling to try to make work with our community for those that don't have a driver's license due to immigration issues. And it's important to note that we here in the city of Baldwin Park have worked hard, and we meet with the community to try to work with within the law and the framework of the law to be able to have ordinances that and laws that work with our community. You know, unfortunately, it's, you know, you can't drive without a license. I mean, that's the law. And but with that, we have worked with a number of community leaders to try to establish rules and work with our police officers to have rules that work with our community and try to make sure that you know, we're not violating the law or violating the rights of those that have driver's license versus those that do not. So there's a number of issues involved that we're trying to work with and continue to work within the framework of the law to make sure that we're meeting the right regulations that we need for our community. Now, if you compare us, I think, to other cities, you're going to see that we're probably one of the few cities that really work with the community to try to make these changes. Now, will this happen in the future? Yeah, because I think it's difficult with the laws that we're trying to work with to make sure that our community is safe. So we're, you know, I have, and I know Councilwoman Cruz Baca has met with a number of local churches in our community. We meet constantly on a lot of these issues and try to work them out. So, you know, hopefully that we can continue to work that way. I do agree with Mayor Lozano. The city was not in violation of the Trust Act. The Trust Act states that if the individual has basically minor misdemeanors or rules, then therefore in those cases you can not have to report them to any federal agencies. But other than that, if you have any other type of serious legal issues or federal violations of law, then you have to follow the law in that case. And I believe that in my investigation, from what I saw, you know, our officers were within the law and working with that. So, Mayor, thank you very much.
Yes, and real quick, just let me correct myself. I said 4%, 46% are immigrants out of the population in Baldwin Park. Public communication is closed. Okay, anyone else? Yes, Councilmember Cruz.
I would just like to say that I will reiterate what Councilmember Pacheco said. We are working very hard to work with the community. Anyone that sees Councilmember Pacheco and the other council members and the mayor, we want to help and have close communication. We are not deaf ears to your plight. We are here. We're trying to work with everyone and trying to see what we can all do until January, February, when driver's licenses are up for grabs, I guess, in a sense, so that everyone can prepare themselves. That's what I can tell everyone. Prepare yourself. Start studying for the test, because the test, like all of us have had to take, there are going to be no changes. The same test will be taken as the people that have the driver's license or have taken driver's license tests now. Prepare yourselves. You have 6, 7 months, 8 months left to go. Be careful when you're on the road, especially during the holidays. Be careful that you don't have lights or something on your rearview mirrors to keep police officers from stopping you for whatever reason that they feel are infractions. So I'm just saying we're working very closely with the community and want to help. We're not deaf to what you're saying.
Mayor.
Yes, Councilmember Monica Garcia.
Thank you. Yes, and I also just wanted to express my position. I've been really heavy-hearted on some of the events that have occurred in the last few months. And, I was not, what is the word? I wasn't happy to read about these events in the Tribune. I wasn't happy to know that this is happening in our city. A couple of years ago, the city council took up a policy. It was very thoughtful, and it addressed concerns that you raised today and concerns that other people have raised in our community, similar to what the mayor mentioned. People who might be driving under the influence in our community. And so we really have to balance our policy approach to serve the larger community and be sensitive to that foreign-born population, but also know that we're here to promote public safety for all residents. And so, a couple years ago, we took up this conversation. We implemented a policy. I would really like us to review that policy because it seemed to be working, and it seemed to be working across the board. So I'd like to revisit that. I'd like that to come back to us, and I don't know where there were changes, but it seems like maybe, the action has been taken to correct that now. But bottom line is I think we do want to be responsive. Let's bring back that policy that seemed to have a balanced approach. And, all we can do is just, look at a balanced approach until these driver's licenses are available to undocumented immigrants. So that's what I wanted to mention. And then, are we still on this item, or can I mention another?
Go ahead.
Okay. I want to thank Amy Harbin for bringing to our attention the notice from Irwindale. There's going to be, and she sent it to all council members, so we all received it today. The olive pit mining, it looks like it's going to start up, or there's a proposed project. I'd like to ask Mark. Mark, will you follow this? Will you brief us on this issue? Have a staff member at the hearings so that we can be fully briefed? Oh, okay. Okay, good. All right. I'm sorry. I missed the meeting. What can you tell me?
Yes, actually, but we're planning as soon as the project starts, and the project hasn't really started yet. This is just an introductory meeting from the city of Irwindale to tell the residents what will happen in the future. So the project, the EAR itself, has not started yet. But just like the MRF that's going on right now, we will keep the council up to date as to what's going on, the progress, and how we plan to address those issues.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Just real quick,
Mayor, I just want to add that the city attorney did bring that to our attention through an email, and we could brief the councilwoman because you didn't attend the closed session item. We did have a strategy, but because it was closed session, it'd be more appropriate if you discussed it with our attorneys, so you know the direction that we've decided to go in, and I think you'll be happy to see the directions we're taking in that area.
Okay, great.
Thank you very much. And
Thank
just-
you, Mayor. Just really quickly,
yes.
I mean, I think it's still the strategy is one thing, but it's also important to, talk about it openly in public, because
That's the
it's
goal.
important for our residents to know what is being proposed and what we're doing, if anything, to, address what's being proposed. by
Right,
Irwin.
and I would say if we could put on the website, if those who want to attend the Scoping meeting, to inform the community that, that we're, at least, what our position is, and to start to get involved in the process as, residents that want to go and hear what is being said at these meetings.
All right, just let everyone know that actual meeting is April 7th. So anyone, Monday. So anyone interested in attending, just for the point. Okay, thank you very much. I want to just real quick also, I forgot to mention the gentleman that just left right now. When the actual individual was arrested, that did not have any type of ID whatsoever, and of course, fingerprinting, the name came back with a warrant out for his arrest. What the Baldwin Park Police Department is contact the federal government, not ICE. I want to make that very clear. Unfortunately, certain types of information get spread out, and it just kind of provides misinformation to the general public. So Baldwin Park PD did not contact ICE, just the federal government, and they took it from there. Just for the record. All right,
Mayor, just
yes.
real quickly, just
Yes.
on,
Oh, that's fine.
on that note, just it's important that everybody have some sort of ID, some type of identification. It's just important because no matter who you are, if you don't have ID, the police can and probably will arrest you to find out who you are for whatever types of violations. So it's just important. But I also want to note that during our budget session, I did bring up, or during our CDBG funding source, that we are looking to, as a city, to raise some money so that we can have a fund and also put grants so that any community or nonprofit that wants to have training for the DMV test, that they do participate in that. So that's something that we're working on. We're asking insurance companies to get involved in that and create this fund, and then we'll have a grant available to nonprofits that want to train individuals that are going to take this license test in next year. And it's just strictly a DMV written test. It's not the driving portion, but it's important that we're going to have that grant, and those that are part of a nonprofit and want to participate in this, once it's ready, we'll put it on our website. So with that, thank you, Mayor. Are we on consent? Oh,
No, I'm
I
about to
lost
go on
track of
consent
what-
calendar.
where
Thank
are
you,
we now?
Vice Mayor Ricardo Pacheco. At this point, I'd like to open up the consent calendar. Any council members wishing to pull any item?
Mayor, I would like to move item number 3, which is the authorized replacement of the street sweeper,
All right.
to the May 7th
Oh.
council meeting.
Okay.
Mr. Wall is working on some information, and he needs some time to put all that together for us.
All right, so we'll make that motion, and we'll go ahead and move for May 7th. You said May 7th?
May 7th,
May
yes.
7th, all right.
May 7th,
At this,
correct, Mr.
any other council member wishing to pull any other item?
That's it, Mayor.
If not, at this point, I will move consent calendar with
Second.
items with the exception of item number 3.
All right, second.
Any objections? See none, so move. All right, the next one, I think Councilman Ricardo, Vice Mayor already covered that, right?
Right, Mayor, I did cover the 2 items, but I did want to have some quick comments here in regard to some issues in the community. For one is I'd like to see more code enforcement officers in particular looking for areas that there's some mechanics working on their yards, in front of yards, getting reports on that, especially on Puente Avenue and Pacific. In that area, there's those issues going on. There's a number of commercial trucks that need to be addressed that park all day with signs on them and saying that they're going to pick up their demolition trucks, and I don't know what the city could do to look into that, to make sure that I don't know if it's a company just parking trucks throughout the city and not using their own facilities, and maybe code enforcement could take a look at that. Also, if we could take a closer look at maintaining the city right-of-ways, our city planners, especially in our downtown area on Main. near Ramona, and also at the intersection of Ramona. We need to improve our planters in that area and have just maintain better care of our planters. If we could have some maybe drought tolerant types of plants, or take a look at that a little closer and kind of have a better plan. The seasonal flowers, if you change them out all the time, it always going to be more costly because we're always trying to maintain that. So if you look at that, go to the water district. In front of the water district, they have a nice drought tolerant type of a planter. So something we can look at there. So hopefully, I just would really appreciate. I know we're trying to beautify the city, and we're asking our residents to, but I think we need to start with our own city to look at that. Also, on the same note, Public Works is doing a good job on the underpass at Puente. I know you're it's not there yet, but you've done a lot of improvements, and I see the new plants trying to grow and that you're taking care of it. So keep that up and try to bring that into conformity. Okay. So with that, thank you very much.
All right, thank you. So at this point, we'll see if we could plan something for the flame broiler. They opened up, and I went over there to visit them. They want to do a grand opening. Went over to Denny's, and they really did a nice job in the interior of the actual structure. I think it'd be nice. Maybe the next step is maybe do the exterior of it, but instead of putting that in. But nevertheless, it's going great. Anyone else wishes to speak or say anything?
Mayor, you know what? I would like to request on our closed session agendas, just for the public's sake. I've noticed a lot of the descriptions on the recess to closed session. It's been very vague, such as item number 3, which says conference with legal counsel, anticipated litigation, but it doesn't really state what it is. If just for the public's sake, if we could add more details, so that it's in the name of transparency, and I know we're trying to move in that direction. So that's my request.
All righty. At this point, if no one else is wishing, okay, we'll move for adjournment. Viva Baldwin Park. Any objections? Seen none, so move.